It's my first time coming live, and I hope it works really well. My first live. So if you're anywhere near, you can actually come in. We want to talk about something really, really wonderful. How can I how can I pin stuffs? Okay. Uh I'm trying to check on how to pin stuffs. How to pin. I'm trying to use my YouTube. I want to talk about something really wonderful today. And in just a short time, it's gonna be out there. How to pin topics on YouTube. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, first, just more options. Three dots, more options. There are no three dots here. Three dots, more options. There are no three dots here. Hmm. Okay, let's talk about this real quickly. I'm not seeing this. How to know you're in a manipulative church. Now, there's a news in Nigeria where we have a lot of people. Do not forget, right? If you find this video anywhere, let's share. I'm going to be posting a lot of videos, having to come live even more often, talking about things. But yeah, let's talk about this. 5 signs that you are in a manipulative church. 5 signs that you are in a manipulative church. Now, this is not to guilt trip anyone, but this is just to. Someone liked it. Thank you. This is not to guilt trip anyone or to break someone's or people's faith. All right. No, this is not to do that. This is just to help us have a better understanding about what it is, what it feels like. Hello. Hello. Thank you for actually coming on the live. 5 signs you're in a manipulative church, you're in a manipulative environment, but mostly we're talking about religion, most especially in Nigeria, right? There's a news about certain pastors who are in the news because they scam people. They oh, Indian, thank you. They scam people and make certain people do things. Now, let's go. I'm Nigerian, yes, I am Nigerian. Let's talk about some of the things, right? Sorry for the distractions. Now, what are some of the signs that you're in a manipulative place? Number one is fear-based control. Fear-based control. Now, what do we mean by fear-based control? Now, some sermons, some people preach fear. They preach fear as what should guide the people. This year, starting from January, I was in a place like that was fear-based. Now, they tell you if you leave, certain things happen to you. Some things would happen to you. This and that, that and this and that. Now, my day was nice. Thank you. How was your day? Also nice. Now, so they preach out fear to you. They make you see fear as the religious standpoint, and they discourage questions. Now, so you find out that people who are in this kind of places, all right, you will find out that nobody wants to ask questions. And one of the issues I had, all right, being in the church, all right, was having to deal with people who don't want to be asked questions. They don't want accountability and all that. All right. Now, so one of the signs that you're in a manipulative church is that you have fear-based control. They tell you things like, if you do this, this will happen to you. In short, in one of the cases we had, all right, we were told that if you leave the church, what happens to you is you lose every good thing that you have actually gained. In short, they tell you things like the reason why you're having the things you have is because you come to the church. The reason why you are the way you are is because you come to the church. The reason why you're having these blessings come to you is because you attend the church. Now, if you do not attend the church anymore, what happens is you lose everything. So, people who lose everything, they point them out to saying the reason why you have lost this and that is because you attend this church, because you left this church, I mean to say. So they put fear in you. So if you're in such a place, you cannot leave. You cannot leave. You feel that leaving is you losing everything. That's fear based control. Next is this, they discourage questions and answers. Nobody wants to ask you questions. Nobody wants to you to ask questions. I beg your pardon. I'm trying to read what's on the stuff. Now, nobody wants you to ask questions. When you go to a church where they don't ask questions, you don't question leadership quotes, you don't question leadership character, it means you're in a manipulative environment. So the reason why you ask questions is to gain understanding. The reason why you ask questions is to have a fine grasp of what is going on. So, if you don't have an understanding of what's going on, you ask questions. But in manipulative places, they don't want you to ask questions. What they want you to do is to sit down, say yes to everything they do. They make you believe that they know it all, and that is what it is about. Next one is isolation. This isolation, I'm going to talk about it also. Isolation in the sense that if you're in the church, all right, and you're accepted, everyone loves you. But if you question things that go on in the church, what happens is they isolate themselves from you. So you would hear things like, if you ever go to a place where you see things like, don't go with this person, don't talk to this person because this person has left the church. That is manipulation. It is manipulation in large fold. Now, some of us will get caught up in such a thing where they will tell us, don't talk to this person left the church and all that. Manipulation. They don't even want you to go asking the person what the person did. No. They don't want you to get, and when you begin to ask questions as such, what happens is they turn against you. If they see you walking with the person on the road, even texting the person, man, you are gone. So they don't want you to ask questions. Welcome in if you're coming in. Welcome in. Next is this, right? Guilt, shame, and constant inadequacy. You're made to feel like you're never doing enough. When you go to a place where it seems like you're not doing enough, when you go to a place where it seems like all there is for you is to keep trying, you're never going to be enough, you're never going to do it well, that is a manipulation in large number. So what you do is understand what manipulation is first. Know this is manipulation. It is one way to actually tackle manipulation is to identify manipulation. The best way to go about it, identify it. So they will make you feel like you're not adequate enough, you're not doing enough, you are not better, you are still as low as you can, so they can keep you under. So there are possibilities for you that you cannot achieve because they would make you keep staying low. They'll keep you being low. So these are some of the signs that you are in a manipulative place. Now, next one is that the church would want to dictate to you personal life choices. I've been to churches where you will see people will tell you this is who you should marry, this is who you should not marry. So they want to make you have um life choices. They want to create life choices for you. Hello, Go Lions. How are you doing? They want to make life choices for you, tell you this is what you should do, this is what you should not do. There was a church years ago that had to always not watch television. They kicked against it. There were churches before that had to, not put on certain clothes, but they are doing so now, right? Because they wanted to control people's lives. They wanted to control how people see things, how people live their lives, and all that. But let me tell you the truth, that is manipulation in large numbers. So I've talked about certain things. I've talked about fear-based control. I've talked about discouraged questions. You cannot question. Now the leadership are always unaccountable. They cannot say this is what it is and this is what it is. No, they can't do so. So they don't want you to ask questions. They don't want you to answer any question. They just want you to just nod your head, saying yes to everything, which is not right. So accountability. When a pastor is wrong, for example, a leader is wrong, what is it? He begins to defend himself, like begins to defend himself or herself, which is wrong. So you got to be accountable as a leader. You have to be accountable. You have to be very accountable. These are signs that you're in a manipulative place. Do not forget to like, comment, and share. Thank you. We're ending the live right now. If you're coming in, thank you for coming in. If you have any question you want to ask me, you're in the live, you want to ask me any question, please do well to ask me your questions. I'm here for you. Signs that you are in a manipulative church. All right. If you have any questions, ask me. Thank you for everyone who has come into the live, who has actually dropped their messages and all that. So thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Thank you for coming into the live. I saw one person coming right now. I don't know how this thing works. It's my first time being on the live. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I'm ending the live right now.